I'm Karington Sebastian. I'm a Division I athlete at CBU. I am also a Summit champion and NCAA champion, a former King High School head cheer captain of varsity, and a four-time All-American. With CBU, we just recently won nationals, and we were undefeated conference champions for the West Coast. I am also the head competition coach here at Spirit Preparatory School. So when I first started cheerleading, I started at age 12. For age 12, that's considered kind of later in the game, and you know what, that's totally fine. I fell in love with it a little bit later, but we all find our passions when we do. When I fell in love with the sport, I came in having no skills. I started with a round-off and maybe a standing bridge, maybe, on a good day. Well, I made a level 1 team, barely, at the gym that I was currently at, and I knew that's not what I wanted. I saw the older girls, my coaches at my gym, and saw them succeeding and going to Worlds, and I knew that's exactly what I wanted to be. I wanted to be on a level 5 team from the age of 12. I wanted to start and I wanted to be on a level 5 team, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. So I began taking privates with one of my favorite coaches. I took a flyer class because I was much younger at the time, and then I also had my 2 practices a week. With all of that, I ended up making a level 3 team my next year, and because I love the sport so much, I ended up deciding to do 2 teams. I was a crossover athlete for the next 3 years coming. Finally, on my last year of All-Star, I met that dream for the most part. We ended up competing at my favorite competition, NCAA in Dallas, and that was my biggest dream to win. And I remember laying on the floor crying with joy of just that overwhelming feeling. And I look back at Karington, who could barely do a standing bridge, to the Karington that is now helping other athletes, and it's an amazing feeling. I'm so glad that I never gave up, just because this sport has made me who I am today. I remember going in my freshman year of high school, and I tried out for the varsity team at King. I did not make it. I made JV, actually, and I knew that I wanted more for myself, and my coaches encouraged me, and I tried out to be a JV captain. I also did not get it, but I continued and persisted to continue doing what I do best, which was just doing my job, doing exactly what my coaches needed me to do day in and day out. And eventually, halfway through the year, I got brought up onto varsity to compete with them, as well as I ended up becoming a JV captain as well. No one is ever going to tell you no, and you have to lay down for it. Stand up, do what you need to do, put your head down, and work. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but that's okay. Everyone has their own path, and nothing can stop you from what you want to do, as long as you're doing exactly what you love.